Hello, Cinema Steven here. And with the release of Murder Mystery 2, the Jennifer Aniston, Adam Sandler Netflix comedy sequel, I decided not to review that movie, but rather was inspired to review my top five favorite Adam Sandler movies, or rank them anyway. So, with that being said, number five is the comedy classic, not The Waterboy, but The Longest Yard. I know that seems kind of an unpopular choice between the two, but it's just kind of weird how over the years I've grown to appreciate The Longest Yard a lot more. I don't know if it's just because of the cast of pro wrestlers, pro football players, and just the regular cavalcade of his group of friends just all being in it. And the fact that they gave Burt Reynolds a role in the movie, considering he was in the 74 original, it just all comes together. The football game was so much better than anything in The Waterboy, but I don't know. Maybe it's a tie. It could be possibly a tie because The Waterboy is still really funny, but I'm going to stick with The Longest Yard. Number four is Big Daddy. Now, Big Daddy was his first comedy hit to cross $200 million at the box office. It was a huge hit. It's such a funny movie. And it was kind of weird because at the time of its release, people were kind of expecting some weird, goofy Sandler movie, which it does provide those type of guffaws. And it did deliver in that regard, but it also had some funny sentimentality and realistic situations that took place in the movie, which was kind of off-putting for a lot of fans, but it really embraces itself in the end. And a lot of people did want him to be the dad of the kid in the end, but the way that it worked out, I guess it works out okay. Spoilers if you haven't seen Big Daddy, which you should. Number three is from 2002, Punch Drunk Love. Now, in my opinion, this is Adam Sandler's best acting performance. And while he has gone on to some really great dramatic roles, including Uncut Gems, which came out a couple of years ago, Uncut Gems was amazing. That's such a great movie. He's great in that movie. He's such a sleaze in that movie, too. So if you haven't seen Uncut Gems, you should watch that. But I still feel like his best performance was in Punch Drunk Love. It was from the director of Boogie Nights and Magnolia, and this was his third feature. This would be P.T. Anderson. So it's kind of funny seeing Sandler casted in this movie because at the time, it was when a lot of comedic actors were taking more serious roles. You had Jim Carrey doing serious stuff, Robin Williams, Will Ferrell was soon to follow, and it just kind of became this thing in the early aughts. And Punch Drunk Love is such a great movie. Visually, the story's great, and the love story is pretty sweet. Dark, but sweet. Number two would be the one that started it all for me. 1995's Billy Madison. This goofy schlub decides to go back to school from kindergarten to 12th grade, and calamity ensues. It's ridiculous, it's dumb, and it is a flippin' classic. Everybody loves Billy Madison. It led its way to Happy Gilmore, which is a bit more refined, and refined is an odd word to use considering I'm using early Adam Sandler movies, but Billy Madison, so funny. There's so many great one-liners in it, and it still holds up today, I guess. My kids love it, and they're grown-ups now, so I guess it transcended time. And now, number one, my all-time favorite Adam Sandler movie would be 1997's The Wedding Singer. I absolutely love this movie. I love everything about it. I love the music. I love the look. I love all the goofy 80s tropes. I love the performances, and the fact that casting Drew Barrymore in that movie was brilliant because their chemistry was so great that they ended up making two more movies together. And I absolutely love The Wedding Singer. And as a matter of fact, The Wedding Singer held the record for the most times I'd seen a movie in the theater, which was 7. I can't explain how that happened. It was just a situation where a lot of people had never seen the movie. So I said, yeah, I'll go with you. And until 2005's Batman Begins, The Wedding Singer held that record. And it is also my number one favorite Adam Sandler movie.